You still haven't gotten laid with any of those concubines or anyone you like?
Okay. Welcome back to Reviewed. Episode 11, or episode 1 of season 2. I'm here with...
I mean, you're the man with all the concubines, but I'm not one of them. Hi, I'm Mr. Sex. Nice to meet you.
This is Mr. Sex. And this thing is what we will be reviewing today. This is the Honeywell,
what the hell do you call it?
PCR507W. Yes.
Oh my god, I got that right.
Okay, so, we have to refer back to a lot of stuff here, and I really hope I didn't delete this from my notes. So let's go into my notes. It's not my notes.
Oh, do we need to revisit how we actually do episodes?
Yes, okay. So, shut up, PVC. We have the setup and menu, the antenna reception, the build quality, the speaker quality, the specialties, and the final thoughts. Not hard. Oh, he retweeting stuff. Okay, so.
Who did you retweet?
Who did you retweet?
Who did you retweet?
No one. Okay.
Check. Who did I retweet? That's a good one.
So, as of 8 p.m., this is wrong. Or no. See how off it is.
Media Carnival. John Paul Reed. Avery wants you to vote for Haley.
Okay. So, with the proper send back into the reviewed spirit, let us check out... What?
You heard me.
I did not...
Isnet staff.
Oh my god. Okay.
Don't ask.
Send,
Don't ask.
sending into our first category, the setup and menu. View. Okay.
I love menus.
Okay, so to get to the menu, it's kind of obvious. Menu button. Menu button. It makes a really loud click noise. Okay, and the first thing you see is select channel. It's kind of similar. What is he doing? What is he doing? So when you select the channel, you can go to auto or manual.
It has a wheel.
Oh no, it does not. It does not use the wheel.
Winds 10 knots or less, becoming
What do you
southwest.
mean it doesn't use the
Partly
wheel? Does the wheel even useful?
Wish I knew. You just...
That's a dash pad. That's a
Friday,
drill pad.
southwinds
I thought there was a wheel.
That is not a wheel. Okay, then you have set country. US. That's all you do. Set language, you can choose between Spanish, French, and English.
What country can you even set it to?
Oh yeah, let's see that. Good point. You can do Canada and US, and that's it.
Ah, yes, I love me some environment changement climatique Canada.
So for your defeat siren or set alerts question mark, you got that. Then location. This is all single or multiple, obviously. Signal reminder, it'll give you some beepies when your signal is poopy. Alert reminder, same thing, it'll give you some beepies, but when you...
This thing sounds exactly like a Radio Shack.
Oh, it is exactly a Radio Shack. Then alert mode, you have voice,
If this
tone.
thing's a Radio Shack,
It is exactly a Radio Shack, that's all it is. And so that's pretty much it for the setup. So, I really don't like how the menu and the select button is the same button. It's really enraging sometimes. But outside of that, it's a pretty solid and easy setup.
exit the menu.
Exit the menu, you press the left arrow.
The left arrow.
Yes. And to,
Left? Oh, I must have misheard something. I must have made an error. arrow, the left arrow.
Oh, yeah, it is the left arrow.
To be kidding.
I'm not kidding. Here, I'll do it again.
You have to be kidding. Oh my god.
It's annoying.
Oh my god, you're not joking. Also, one question about your radio setup, just off topic.
Yes.
Why do you have so many radios set to KHB59?
Oh boy, do you want to hear my reception for anything else? Do ya?
From the south, that's not.
Yes.
Work from the west. Winds at northeast marine. Work from the west,
Actually,
northwest.
your shit.
It's pretty much all static.
Except for channel 7?
Except for channel 7.
Bro.
It's so annoying.
Well, let me show you my reception, huh?
Yes, and that is a...
Supreme reception.
West, northwest, at 5 miles. Winds a moment.
Okay, nice laptop reception, but anyways,
Yeah, I'm like 35 miles from any transmitter. It's poopy.
Oh, and it gets better, too. Where did XMJ go?
Ringo? That's it.
Do a little trolling with the iNotify fucking disappearing.
Okay, so, to give this a proper rating, I would say an 8 out of 10. What about you, Mr. Sex?
6.
6?
6.
What do you say 6?
Because why do you need the left arrow to get out of the menu? Why are the menu and select buttons the same object?
Okay, good point. Let's cut it even at 7.
7.
Okay, our final score, make sure you're writing this down or something, is 7 out of 10 for menu.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, hi Ringo. Are you huddled up in the little cubbies of my thing?
Rinko is smoking weed. There it is. Okay, there's the sheet. Alright. Alright, we're set for the menu and setup. Guess what it's time for?
It is now time for the antenna and reception. So, for the antenna slash reception, here is our lengthy, beefy antenna with a unreasonably tan, hold on, the lighting is making this stupid. Let me just bring this down to our viewing area. An unreasonably tan tip. And yes, I know exactly what that sounds like. You do not have to point it out in the comments. It is a massive antenna. I mean, look at it just compared to the radio. It goes above my door frame. It's that big.
Where else it goes above?
My mom! What?
Alright, anyways.
And the reception is actually pretty decent.
Winds 5 to 10. Hours with
Bruh.
In certain areas and certain times, it can definitely get channel 1.
chance of rain 50%.
But not always, for sure.
58.
Keck.
I can always get 50. So I get two channels pretty much throughout my room. Sometimes on good DXing days, that number becomes 3 with at least a very certain, very funny, always broken now I notify station broadcasting Tom. The funny XMJ 3.
Yeah. So,
We all love XMJ 330.
oh, it's so beautiful and it takes so long to say its station ID. I love it.
That does it every cycle now due to iNotify.
Oh, of course.
Guess which station's not on iNotify?
Viffy.
VFI621 listeners, shout out to you. You're never going to get iNotify upgrades. Sorry, Norfolk County. Sorry, Elgin County.
So outside of our rants
Also,
about
Norfolk County doesn't have any more weather radio service outside of VFI.
Really?
Because guess what else?
Death.
Guess what else? Because the city of Hamilton gets a third weather radio station because of XMJ. As does Halton. Wait, no. And Halton Hills Milton gets a second station. And Norfolk and Haldeman get completely fucked.
Of course.
And so does Southern Dufferin, but, well, Southern Dufferin. Haldeman is served by Niagara Falls, St. Catharines, what have you, VAD 320. But Norfolk, if VFI goes off the air, you are completely screwed. Hopefully XLN kicks back in for Norfolk after it stopped covering that area after like 2001 or some shit.
Of course.
Because there is a cycle for XLN in 2001, and there was a forecast for Norfolk County.
Yes. So, a very off-topic moment, but I say we give this antenna/reception a solid 8 again.
8? I'll go with it. Actually 9 to the beefy antenna.
True. Yeah, let's give it a 9. So our official score
Love it.
for the antenna/reception.
Because it's not just about the reception, it's about the antenna.
Yeah.
And how far it can go up your hyperlink block.
So that is a 9 out of 10.
So current total of a 16 points.
Yes.
50 is our 100% mark, and we've gotten a couple that have gone over that actually, but we have yet to break any real records. We
Okay.
probably won't be seeing that with the PCR, but we'll see as we move on to
The build quality. Oh boy, this one's gonna be a doozy. Okay, so about it. It's a bit of a weak radio. So, in the classic old radio reviews.
the antenna though.
Yeah. So in the classic old radio reviews by Clay
window
Ranger 143, who just retweeted something, they dogged on the RN507W, which is pretty much the exact same thing, for it having such a weak build quality. But let me tell you how many times this thing has dropped from the height of this shelf. It is a pretty solid radio, okay? So, let's get into what is around this.
Like the WRP50 in my dresser.
What we have is a nice black faceplate with a red warning, yellow watch, and blue advisory, which we will talk about later. NOAA weather radio with all public alert radio, atomic time with digital radio. And then it has a nice little...
We'll get to that one later.
Oh yeah, specialties.
Still support that.
Yes, it actually still works. So, you have a nice circle D-pad and a menu select button.
Continue.
Then you have the classic NOAA logo, which looks very nice. I'll show this to you, Mr. Sex. And then a yellow public alert logo.
It's even got that yellow. It's got that yellow.
And then,
I like it.
yeah,
I'm kind of digging it, bro.
it's a gray base. It's a gray base, and it has this very nice mesh cover for the loudspeaker. And then this right here, it might be hard to see on camera, but it is a red Honeywell text at the bottom right here. And then on the side, we have a headphone jack.
Not to mention that display of the time and all that. Damn.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
I like that.
We have a headphone jack.
More specifics than we've ever done on reviewed with this section.
Yes, we are definitely revamping a lot in this season.
Welcome to season 2, folks.
An alert on and off switch.
Yep.
A tuning knob for the FM radio. And a volume knob also for the FM radio.
Holy shit.
On the back.
Radio.
Yeah, it has FM. This is not on your normal models. I just got this used. We have an alarm 1 and alarm 2 slider, and that gives you the off, alarm, and radio. Then you have a Sensius really, a Celsius and Fahrenheit button that can, I don't know how you do anything with Celsius or Fahrenheit on this thing, because I'm pretty sure there's...
It must have been like a removed feature for like a temperature sensor.
Yeah, probably. And then, you have a continue projection knob.
74-210 also had that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, I have mine tucked away right now.
If you look at the display closely enough, you could tell that there was supposed to be a temperature sensor.
Yeah, I have mine tucked away right now, but we talked about that in a past episode. You should definitely go watch it, along with every other episode. The continue projection flip, which will pretty much continue the projection, which we will also talk about in specialties.
Is it time projection?
Yes, it has a...
The Emerson Smart Set projector clock that I have at my mom's.
It has a up/zone for time zone /12 to 24 hour selector, and it has a down and a language selector. So I'm not sure exactly what all of these do because I haven't tested them out too much, but they are definitely very cool features. This right here is your battery cover door, and over here you have your FCC labels and the Made in China label. And then your projector over here, which has a rotation knob, a focus knob, and a flip button.
We're going to trigger some very angry Republicans.
On the bottom is pretty much just the jack for jacking off, Then on the top you have your weather snooze button, a common feature, and they're in very cool 8-bit display things. Then you have a station selector and a sleep selector for your radio, and then you have the power on, the mode, and the memory for the radio. We should have probably talked about the FM reception.
There's an entire power button on this thing?
Oh, no, it just powers on the FM radio. So when I press it,
Okay.
turns on the FM. And the FM reception probably wouldn't have changed our rating anyways, but it's pretty good. So, we're still keeping that at 9.
Well, what that did... Right. I'm gonna call this, a 10.
For the build quality?
Going one? Yeah. Going once. Going twice.
And sold as a 10 out of 10. I'm loving it.
Right. Way things are going, we could have an 11 somewhere.
Somewhere. Which we definitely probably will. So, with that as our final rating, is a 10 out of 10 for that. And now we're going to move on to the speaker quality.
Love speakers.
Yes, so this speaker has a lot of mixed opinions, mainly people trashing it because it's loud, but if you turn it down, it's fine.
Becoming southwest after midnight. Chance of rain near 100%.
Compression, that does sound good.
Oh yeah, it's great too. If we go back to the FM radio,
If you can compare it to one of the other radios we've reviewed, what would you say compared to those two?
Well, what's the best speaker quality rating we've given?
A tied 11 with the WX100, the FR370, and the 12519.
Okay, I would definitely compare it to the 519. It is that good.
Oh boy.
So,
Oh boy.
I think that 11 that we were rumoring is coming true.
Definitely granted.
Definitely granted. 11 out of 10 for the speaker quality.
Put it in.
Give us all the hate you got in the comments, okay? I want it all.
Give us all the hate you got. You're all amateurs. Even Clay Ranger 143 isn't. Wait, no, he's not.
He just makes it sound like it with all the jokes that he puts in news videos. Okay, I'm sorry, Daddy Michael. I love you.
Okay.
Okay.
Enough roasting our competitors.
Let us, with that confirmed score, move into probably our best category for this radio. specialties.
Uh-oh. If we already gave an 11 for the speaker,
we can't break 11, but I'm definitely thinking another 11. So
break 11.
let me explain why.
Well, let's see how far we go.
With its incredibly unique display, atomic clock feature that still receives atomic clock signals, projector that works pretty decently, all of these features on the back, an incredible speaker with station memory,
See if you're pit.
with FM radio, and the best of all, this fat antenna. We're giving it an 11 out of 10. What do you say, 6?
I say this is a very clear 11. Like, this had already been foreshadowed for much of the episode. Like, had to happen.
Everything is... I mean, even look at the colors. The colors look so good. Sorry for the voice crack. And the NOAA logo.
Yeah.
And it's just such a uniquely built radio. All these radios with flat screens, or slightly tilted. This is just a straight upwards brick. Okay, I'm cutting that out. This is just a straight upwards piece. And it has very solid grabbing areas. Oh my god, this sounds terrible. And it's very easy to maneuver around. I mean, you got buttons on the top, front, side, back. They're everywhere. It's so good. It's greatly laid out. I mean, it'll take some getting used to for sure. But, it's definitely laid out great once you get used to it. And something that I do want to mention that the Radio Reviews boys dogged on for pretty much the entirety of their episode on the RN507W. It's built quite similarly to a Radio Shack 12-262, in which, yes, it is. But not only did Honeywell probably get that permission from Radio Shack, what's wrong with the 262 layout? The only problem I would see is the menu select button. And that's not too much of an inconvenience, especially if, again, you get used to it. So,
We have yet to assign any categories less than 6, so...
yeah, it's a pretty solid radio. So with that final category,
It is a pretty solid radio.
or fault...
We've reviewed some real solid radios so far.
Oh yeah. And we got definitely some more
So
coming.
season 2, we're gonna try and pluck out some, we might try and pluck out some worse ones. Or some better ones.
Some better ones.
Who knows?
So, with that final rated category out of the way, let us announce our final score and final thoughts in our final thoughts category. Alright, so...
And our final score is... 48 out of 50, or 96%.
that is lovely. That is 96% recommended.
Brilliant.
See, if you talk to Savage about this radio, because he also owns this, he will recommend it, because it's a very fine radio. The only other issue that I didn't really mention...
I will show him this episode.
Yeah, the only other issue that I didn't really mention, because it didn't really fit in any of the categories, is that sometimes it fails to decode. And that's okay, because not every radio is perfect at decoding. Let me say that again. Not every radio is perfect at decoding. Sharecom WRP50.
I love WR100 and WRP50.
Oh my god, we're just gonna dog on that thing forever now. I mean, this thing just blows a lot out of the water. Even though it doesn't have an above 100% score, it's still a great radio overall, and definitely recommend it if you can somehow get your hands on it, because these things are also super rare. But those are my thoughts. Mr. Sex, what are your thoughts?
I don't have it.
Your
I already knew that one though, but I don't have it. But definitely this is one of the higher ranking ones. One of 3 radios that's gotten 2 11s or more. The others being the FR370 and the critically acclaimed 12519. But a 96% is still very good. For being tied 5th place, like...
most definitely. I agree with what he is saying.
That's still a very good score.
Yeah.
The only thing that could have been any better was the menu or setup, probably.
Yeah, which was...
That's the only thing that really needed improvement.
Ringo is eating something right now. So yeah, thank you all for joining us and welcoming us back into our crazy series known as Reviewed. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, and I really hope that you guys are going to enjoy this whole new season. Once again, I am Base Productions. This is... Ese.
Yep.
Mr. Six.
That would be me.
Ese Mr. Six.
We're out of here, folks.
Yes.